This box is heavy, man, damn. What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, and we have a brand new guitar from a brand that I have never had on this channel before. I'm very excited to open this one up, see what it looks like, and try it out. I've never even tried this brand or seen it in person ever in my life before, and it is a very high quality custom guitar made in the Czech Republic. So this guitar was sent over to me by the fine folks over at Aviator Custom Guitars. I'm excited to see how this looks in person. I've been talking to them for a couple months now, and I'm excited that this finally arrived. So let's unbox it together, take a look at what it looks like, and give it a real quick first impressions heavy high gain rhythm tone test, shall we? Let's start the unboxing. This box is super heavy, and I don't actually know where to begin because it's like completely covered in some kind of saran wrap. It is cool that they added their little logo on the tape. Nice touch. Doesn't really matter, but pretty cool nonetheless. I'm gonna just start up here and see how it goes. Cutting towards my face, as you know, a professional YouTuber would do, because I'm really smart. So it looks like there was a little bit of damage to the box in shipping, but that's hopefully no problem. They packaged it well, that should be no issue, and it looks like they did, because I feel like there's gotta be a hard case in here. I don't actually know, so we'll find out together. Okay, so let's flip this around. Oh God, it's so heavy. There's gotta be, if there's not a hard case in here, I'm gonna be amazed at how heavy this guitar is. But we got a cardboard box, again, with their own logo on there. Always a nice touch to add that branding where possible. Let's pop this open and see what we're dealing with, shall we? So we're gonna open it like this, and yeah, as I expected, we have a hard shell case, as you can see there. Okay, so we got a hard shell case, again, has some branding up in that corner there. Very nice stuff. Let's get this open. All right, a little bit better of a look at the case. Again, nice touch with that added badge on the hard shell case. Other than that, it looks like pretty much any other hard shell case. Seems nice and rigid. I feel like that's a weird word to say, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know. Let's open this up and see what the guitar looks like, shall we? It also looks like it held up really well in shipping. I was a little concerned because there was some damage to the box, but I don't see any scratches or dents on the case itself, which is, of course, a great sign. Okay, so I don't have a table here, but I do have two chairs, so we're gonna do this as a makeshift way to unbox it. Open up these latches. You're gonna get to see it before I do. Let's open it up, shall we? Ooh, damn. All right, look at that. This is so much lighter weight than I thought it was going to be based on how heavy the box was. Damn. All right, let's take a closer look, shall we? Okay, so here we have it. This is the Predator 8-string from Aviator Guitars. Like I said, the first impressions picking this up was I was very surprised at how much lighter weight this ended up being compared to how heavy it was with the case. This thing weighs like nothing at all. It's super lightweight. I always love that in a guitar. And damn, yeah, that finish is beautiful. It has this really, really nice, very thin black finish over a swamp ash body, which almost looks like it's a gradient fade from darker black to a lighter gray. But I don't know if that's just my brain playing tricks on me because of the light in my room or not. But yeah, it looks really nice. As you can see in the close-up on B-cam there, it almost has this like effect to it where as you move it in the light, it lightens and darkens. It looks beautiful. The guitar also came with a couple of goodies. It came with these S-locks locking strap pins, which you can attach to any strap. I'm familiar with these. I have them on my Aristides guitars as well. It also came with a business card and some guitar picks, always a nice touch. And then it also came with a really nice certificate of authenticity in a branded little folder here. And if you open it up, like I said, has the certificate of authenticity as well as a list of all the specs, which is very useful for me when I'm talking about this guitar because I have the memory of a goldfish and I definitely forgot all the specs. So like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, Aviator Guitars is a custom shop. You can order pretty much anything you want. This one was not a custom order. This was an in-stock model that they had at the time, which they thought would be a perfect fit for my channel, which I gotta say, on first impressions, it definitely looks like it is. It has the proper amount of pickups and volume knobs, which is 1 and 1. Love that. Obviously, in addition to that, it's an 8-string guitar, and this one has a 28-inch scaling, so it's a little bit longer than most 8-string guitars, which is nice because then you can have thinner strings to achieve that same tension, which is beautiful. Like I mentioned earlier as well, this is their Predator model, and it has the reverse cutlass style headstock up there, which looks really cool and has that kind of suspended over thin air feeling for that low string where it almost goes over nothing at the headstock, which looks really, really nice. Speaking of the headstock, flipping it over, we of course also have Hipshot open gear locking tuners. These are some of my favorite locking tuners. I have them on a bunch of other guitars. They always do the trick just right. Looking at the neck even further, this is a 3-piece neck, which is Vengue and Maple, and it is a bolt-on neck, as you can see right there. Really nicely sculpted as well. It goes into the body very smoothly. It looks really, really nice. Flipping the neck back over, we have a Richlite fretboard with stainless steel frets, always a great combination. And last but not least, on the side, we have Luminlay side dots, which are pretty standard for a glow-in-the-dark side dot at this point in time. Always a fan of those. As for the body of the guitar, we have a Swamp Ash body, like I mentioned earlier, and I was correct, this is actually a fade finish, so it starts darker at the bottom and lightens up the farther up we go. It's called a charcoal fade finish. And it also has that nice open pore satin finish on top, so you can actually feel a little bit of the wood grain of that Swamp Ash body, which is awesome to feel and see. The grain on Swamp Ash always looks so nice in my opinion. I've had a few guitars in a finish similar to this, and I'm always a big fan of that. We also have a Hipshot bridge over there, and one single volume knob, like I mentioned, with a push-pull coil split. And then last but not least, we have a pickup that I've never tried before, but this is an Instrumental SFTY4 bridge pickup. That pretty much does it for the specs and features of this guitar. Like I always say, I'm like looking at the guitar instead of talking to you. That's my bad. Let me try that again. I'm just like too enamored with how this thing looks. So that's some real quick specs and features on this guitar. As always, I will have a full demo and review of this guitar in about a week or two after I get some time into it. But with these videos, I always like to do a very quick first impressions of what I think about the guitar, how it looks, and then plug it in and show you a high gain rhythm tone test. So let's plug it in and see how this thing sounds, shall we? Okay, so we have the Aviator Predator 8-string guitar plugged directly into my interface, running through the Auto Audio 1111 plugin. By the way, I want to give a big thank you to Auto Audio for partially sponsoring this video. If you like the tone that you're about to hear, you can get a free trial of the 1111 plugin in the link in the description or the pinned comment below. And if you like the plugin, you can also get 50% off using the discount code on the screen now. With that being said, let's hear how it sounds. We're in drop E, heavy high gain rhythm tone only. Let's do it. Okay, so yes, indeed, this guitar does sound awesome. It feels really, really nice to play. Again, I'm a huge fan of that super lightweight feel with this Swamp Ash body. But yeah, this pickup sounds really good. As always, I love having a single bridge pickup and a single volume knob. I'm a huge fan of that. I have that on a few of my other custom guitars, so it's really cool that Aviator seems to know that because this is a perfect fit for me. The only negative thing I will say so far upon first impressions is that I noticed that this could definitely use a setup. It does feel like the low E string is sitting slightly lower than the rest of the strings. Not a huge deal. It can definitely be fixed with a setup, and honestly, I'm going to restring this thing anyways. However, for first impressions when you're getting a brand new guitar, obviously having the setup be perfect would be nice, but again, in my shoes at least, I'm not too concerned about it because I know that I can fix it up when I restring it anyways, which I always do. And by saying I always do, I should give a shout out to my friend Eric Moretin, who actually does all my setup works. Love you, Eric. But anyways, let's play a little bit more again with that same guitar tone because I'm really liking how this sounds so far. Let's do it. Okay, yeah, I think this thing sounds really good. I can't wait to slap new strings on it and get it sounding even more clean. I feel like there's no way that this guitar was not inspired by the Meshuggah signature guitar from Ibanez. I could be wrong, but I mean, definitely looks a little similar. I do gotta say though, I think this finish is a little bit nicer than the Ibanez inspiration it may or may not have come from. That black fade is so nice. Again, I was very surprised to see that it had that charcoal fade finish, because in the pictures they sent me, I totally thought it was just like a satin black all the way through, but that very, very slight fade from darker black to lighter black looks really, really nice and helps to make it look a little bit more premium because it's not just plain black, you know? I think it's sick. And also the figuring on the top of that headstock with that Venge is super nice. Okay, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. As always, I will have a proper full demo of this guitar up very soon, probably in about a week or two. So be sure to stick around to my channel if you wanna see a more in-depth review, demo, and also a full demo mix where this is gonna be mixed with drums, bass, all that good stuff. But in the meantime, if you're interested in Aviator guitars or the Auto Audio plugin, the link to both of those is gonna be in the description and the pinned comment below. And last but not least, a big thank you to all my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. If you're interested in audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen for most of my videos, you can find all of that over on my Patreon page, which is also linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you next time.